Imagine two people. The first earns $60,000 a year. The second earns $200,000, more than 3 times as much. Now fast forward 20 years. The $60,000 earner is wealthier. Not by a little, by hundreds of thousands of dollars. How is that possible? Because the high earner made a mistake that costs the average high earner over $100,000. It doesn't show up on a bank statement. There's no fee, no fine, no bad investment to point to. And the strangest part? The more money you make, the more likely you are to make it. You won't notice it happening. That's the design. Your brain is built to hide this mistake from you, and by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how it works, why the smartest people fall for it hardest, and the one question that breaks the spell.
Picture this. You get promoted. Your salary jumps from $80,000 to $110,000 a year. $30,000. Life-changing money. Or it should be. For the first month, it feels incredible. You check your bank account and smile. Then, something strange happens. 6 months later, you're checking your account with the same low-grade anxiety you had before the raise. The money is coming in, but somehow, it's also going out. The car got upgraded. You earned it. The apartment got bigger. You needed the space. The restaurants got nicer. The vacations got longer. The subscriptions multiplied. No single decision felt reckless. Each one felt reasonable, deserved even. This is lifestyle inflation, and it's not a discipline problem. It's a wiring problem.
In the 1970s, psychologists Philip Brickman and Donald Campbell described something they called the Hedonic Treadmill. Their research revealed something unsettling. Humans adapt to almost everything. Lottery winners, after the initial euphoria, drift back toward their baseline level of happiness. So do people who suffer devastating setbacks. Your brain treats luxury the same way it treats temperature. Step into a hot bath and within minutes, it just feels normal. The nicer car, the bigger home, the business class seat, your brain absorbs each upgrade into the new baseline, then quietly asks, what's next? Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman called part of this the focusing illusion. Nothing in life is as important as you think it is while you're thinking about it. When you imagine the upgraded car, you picture the first drive. You don't picture month 8 when it's just the car, the thing you sit in during traffic. So the pleasure fades. But here's the trap. The payment doesn't. The pleasure is temporary. The cost is permanent.
There's a second force at work, and it's even sneakier.
Economist Robert Frank spent decades studying what he calls positional spending, the tendency to measure our consumption not in absolute terms, but against the people around us. Here's the cruel joke of a high income. It doesn't just raise your salary, it raises your reference group. You get promoted, and suddenly your colleagues drive nicer cars. You move to a better neighborhood, and suddenly your neighbors take nicer vacations. You didn't get richer relative to your environment leveled up with you. Richard Easterlin documented this paradox back in 1974. Beyond a certain point, rising incomes across a society don't produce rising happiness, because everyone's comparison point rises together. You're running on a treadmill, surrounded by other people running on treadmills, all convinced the finish line is one purchase away. And this is why high earners are more vulnerable, not less. A person making $40,000 can't inflate their lifestyle much. The math won't allow it. A person making $150,000 has room to inflate for years without ever technically going broke. The danger isn't running out of money. The danger is running out of the gap, the space between what you earn and what you spend. Because that gap is the only money that ever makes you free. Let's put a number on it. Say lifestyle inflation quietly absorbs $700 a month of your income. That's not extreme. A car payment upgrade, a rent increase you chose, a few hundred in lifestyle spending you barely register. $700 a month, invested instead in a simple index fund, earning the market's long-term average of around 8%, becomes roughly $128,000 in 10 years. $128,000. Not from working harder, not from a side hustle, from money you already earned. Money that vanished into upgrades your brain stopped noticing within months. Stretch it to 20 years, and the number passes 400,000. That's the real price tag of the hedonic treadmill. It doesn't steal your money, it steals your compounding.
So how do you escape a trap that's built into your own wiring? Not with willpower. Willpower loses to wiring every time. You escape it with systems. First, automate the gap. The moment your income rises, redirect at least half of the increase into investments before it ever touches your checking account. Behavioral economist Richard Thaler proved the power of this with his Save More Tomorrow program. People who pre-committed future raises to savings ended up saving dramatically more because they never felt the loss. You can't spend money you never see. Second, delay every upgrade by 90 days. Not forever, 90 days. Hedonic adaptation works in your favor here. The desire that feels urgent today will often fade on its own, and if it doesn't, buy the thing guilt-free. You're not restricting yourself, you're just outlasting the impulse. Third, audit your baseline once a year. Go through your recurring costs and ask one question about each. Is this still making me happier, or has it just become the temperature of the bath? Cancel what's gone invisible. Keep what still sparks something. Remember those two people from the beginning? The $60,000 earner didn't win because of what they earned. They won because of what they kept. A modest income with a protected gap beats a huge income with no gap every single time. That's the mistake that costs the average high earner over $100,000. Now you know its name, and you know it was never really about money. It's about a brain that adapts to everything, a scoreboard that resets every time you level up, and a gap that quietly closes while you're busy feeling successful. The people who build real wealth aren't the ones who earn the most. They're the ones who protect the gap, who let their income grow faster than their appetite. So here's the one question that breaks the spell. The next time your income rises, before you upgrade anything, ask yourself, am I buying a better life or just a more expensive baseline? Because the raise you got this year can either disappear into the treadmill or become the first $100,000 of your freedom. If this changed how you see your next raise, subscribe, because on this channel, we don't just talk about money, we talk about the illusions your brain builds around it. That's the money illusion. See you in the next one.